hello. Welcome. It's Factorio time. Once again. So I sort of don't really remember what I'm doing, for being honest. So I know I set up the, biolabs. So I need to get the rocket ships back to Fulgora, I think. I believe that's where I'm at right now. Yeah. That sounds familiar. Alright, well let's get the rocket ship over to Fulgora. We'll see if we can pick up some materials from there. We're gonna need the ice blocks too. So I reckon probably next time I'll really focus on getting the ship for Aquilo. So I'm gonna try and do some other miscellaneous sort of tasks. Yeah, we don't have any science right now because the Fulgora science packs ran out. I would like to get this. I probably should have gone to Fulgora to get the materials, but that's alright. We can always just... We can just make it, digitally? Is that the right word? I don't even know if it's the right word. Alright, do we have any, like, requested chests sitting around here? Alright, let's pop one down. Where are my requested chests? Okay, requested chest. Oops. Request, of course I put it... Wait, it's got no access to logistics, because I'm a genius. Alright, so what do we need? So, 100 processing units. That's pretty easy. $200 holmium plates. $50 superconductors and 50 supercapacitors. Oh, no. 50. Alright, well those are the parts. So, I suppose it's ready. How do I make power armor? Mark II. There's no way we're making that. I'm wearing power armor Mark II. So I guess I'm gonna have to travel to Fulgora. I do want to go to Fulgora and try and get some quality stuff happening, and I need to set up the train stuff on Fulgora too. So that's definitely one of the objects of today. Yeah, one of the other good things about going to Fulgora is I can fill up the ice reserves, so we can actually, so we can actually get the, fuel situation improved, because right now we are not moving very fast. Surely the ship can't stop at 0, right? It's looking pretty bad. Hey, Ashen. Hey, Panda. How you guys doing? Oh, God. The ship... Ah, so the minimum speed is 10 k's a second. Alright. Fair enough. So there is a minimum speed. So you can't get, like, completely stuck. Because that would be very... very unfair. This is not repo. No, you're right. It's not repo. It's a very astute observation of you. There we go. Now we're back to 100 k's a second. All we need is a couple of blocks of ice. We can get a lot of stuff. Yes, this is not repo. That is correct. Big brain panda. You're so smart, honestly. Alrighty, well, the rocket's... it's moving, I suppose. What I really need to do is I need to get the circuit production up, because circuit production is so crap. It's really so bad here. Alright, how can we make more circuits? What's the problem? Materials are fine, it's just production is awful. Yeah, look how many materials there are. There's so many materials, but there's just not any output. Smarter than Remrem? Well, I don't know. Remrem's pretty smart. You're gonna have to convince me on that one, because I'm not sold. Need more power. It's not necessarily more power. The power situation, I think, is mostly pretty good. I don't think it's fantastic. We need more production. Okay, good. So now the problem is there's not enough copper. Okay, so copper is the ultimate problem. How can I improve copper supply? I don't know. Hey Zen, how you doing? Good morning. Yeah, today's gonna be a very not focused stream. I can tell you that right now. Normally I would have like a particular goal saying like this is what I want to get done this week, but this time I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, we need to improve copper production. So what's the deal with copper? We're just not mining enough of it, so I need more of those big miners. Where can I get those? I know I've got them somewhere. They're sitting around in one of these boxes somewhere. Perhaps over here. I've got 2 big mining drills. Fantastic. Oh my goodness, look at all this junk. There's all this copper just sitting here that's not being used. Why is it not being used? Hey, random. You know the viral Australian clip of the man describing the dog attack? Yes. And these dogs came bounding over. And they were like... And then he does like a rabbit dog impression. It's beautiful. I know exactly what you're talking about, random. I don't know, there was something wrong with that guy. I mean, like, to be fair, he was old, but I feel like there's more to it than that. He was kind of just a bit off his rocker, to be honest. Alright, how's Tricks going here? Tricks are going pretty good here. Alright, send down some more carbon and some sulfur, please, because we don't need that stuff. Alright, well, I can expand mining production here, I feel like. That's not a bad idea. We don't have the big mining drills, but... I mean, we got a couple of big mining drills, so we may as well put them down. But even just putting down some extra regular drills could make a big difference. Let's increase productivity somewhat. Yeah, I mean, that works. A couple of extra mines. But yeah, that was a really... I had a friend at school who was so obsessed with that video. He kept quoting it all the time, and we're like, bro, please stop. What a character. I wonder what he's up to nowadays. I don't really talk to a lot of people from school anymore. The only 2 people that I talk to that I went to high school with, one is Luca, and the other is Giffen, who's our other friend. Oh no. We're not making any... we're not making any of this because we don't have any of the shits for it. Oh no. So what's the problem? We don't have enough holmium solution. Why do we not have any holmium solution? Because we don't have any holmium. Why do we not have any holmium? Because all of this stuff is so full. I mean, I would like... Can I manually request... Like, I know it's not enough to fill the rocket, but can you, like, put... Okay, let's... Yeah, here's a big brain moment. So I'm going to request all of the parts. I'm going to... Yeah, we're going to load up the rocket. So filter it to only put in the electro packs. Here we go, folks. This is one of my big brain moments. So even though we don't have all the materials that we need, we can at least get the parts to make mech armor. Because we don't need that many more science. How much more science do we need? So it's at 84%. Which would mean we'd need about 1,000, but because we got all those upgrades, I don't think we need quite that many. We have 600, I think, so that should be fine. And then we can manually launch the rocket. It's not full, but we can manually launch the rocket. So that'll be fine. Yeah, I had like a whole oil setup here too, which I never did anything with. Because you can make coal, right? How can I synthesize coal? I know coal synthesis is a thing. Coal synthesis. Carbon, sulfur, and water. How do I get water? I can melt ice and make water on this planet. Carbon and sulfur I can just ship in from space. So we can get oil, but I don't know what we need oil for. Yeah, I had like this whole setup and I never did anything with it, because I don't really understand what I'm doing, to be totally honest. What a surprise, you're all saying in chat. How, Kaz doesn't know what he's doing? I'm shocked. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of agricultural science that is potentially just going to go to waste. There's a lot of agricultural science. Alright, I think I'm gonna try and pick up some of the agricultural science before it goes bad. Because if we look at the space map, where's my space map? We can go from Fulgora to Gleba and then back to Nauvis. I think that's the strat. That is most certainly the strat, I think. Okay, are you done loading up this rocket? Not quite. Okay, delete this, please. What's this music? It almost sounds like the music in, I don't know if anybody can relate to this, reference. If anybody's played, what was it? It was like a remake of Resident Evil 1. So Resident Evil 1, they did a remake, and they redid some of the soundtrack. And all you have to do, I think it's called the director's cut. Go to YouTube, go to youtube.com, type in Resident Evil director's cut soundtrack basement, and you will hear a masterpiece of soundtrack. And hearing those like little trumpety sort of sounds reminded me of that. It is just, it defies description, I think is the way that I would describe that soundtrack from that particular part of that video game. It absolutely defies description. I cannot explain it in any other ways than that. It's not real. It doesn't feel real anyway. But it was real. They shipped that into a video game. Just thinking about that song now is making me laugh. It's so good. And by so good, I mean so bad, of course. Oh, what's this? Entities are missing construction robots. What do you mean entities are missing construction robots? Why'd the construction robots come out? What's that all about? Huh. That's very curious. Yeah, I need to set up some train shit, because we got so much resources over here that we're just not utilizing. So I'm gonna have to dismantle this whole thing. Which is gonna be a bit of a pain in the backside, but it is what it is. Life goes on. Yeah, I've been told that this like rocket design I've got right now is actually just not suitable for getting to the last planet. Part of me wants to test it out, but I do tend to believe the people in chat when they said like, yeah, your rocket is like cool, dude, don't even try. We can send out some more low-density structures, because we do need those on this planet. Did we need more processing units too? We may as well send them down, I feel like. Yeah, we can send down the processing units, that's fine. We need a bit more storage space anyway. Alright, not bad, not bad. Yeah, the little wah, wah, wah reminded me of the, that particular soundtrack in that particular video game. Really something special. I would play it for you guys on stream, but I don't have this particular scene in Twitch is not set up with, the ability to play external tracks. But yeah, just Google youtube.com basement theme. Basement theme. I forgot what the game is called. Resident Evil Director's Cut. The thumbnail will be like a zombie looking back at the camera, something like that. And it's a PS1 video game. We should probably actually get some nuclear stuff going. I feel like I'm like slacking so hard on the nuclear stuff. Like, nuclear has such high potential. Okay, how do I make nuclear stuff? Nuclear reactor. I don't need nuclear power. It's called like uranium something rather, yeah? Uranium fuel cell. Because we could start using uranium to fuel the rocket ship. It's certainly worth considering. Okay, how do I make nuclear power? It's just something from an assembler, really. I almost don't believe that. 2, 3. Oh, that works. I don't know why I made that so much more complicated than it needed to be. I mean, we may as well, I feel like. Why not? Why not us now? What? Why not us now? Why not us? Why not now? As the great Dan Giesling once said. One of my personal heroes. Alright, I guess we're making nuclear power now. Because why not? Okay, now we got heaps of oxide chunks, which is good. Okay, we can ditch some more sulfur. I'll send some iron down. They could use some iron on this planet, I reckon. How are things going on the surface? They're loading up the rocket. Fantastic. Okay, so we're making uranium fuel cells. We're going to make a lot of these, because we've got the resources for them. So we may as well. We've been burning this fusion reaction stuff that we've been doing over here has been going on for freaking ever. So we may as well make use of it. And you can reuse the fuel, right? It's like spent... No? Isn't it like you can... Or is it called used? Used uranium? No. I know there's a way to recycle uranium. Or is there not? Did they get rid of it? They must have got rid of it. I could have sworn there was like a process that you could undergo that was like, the fuel cells you could get them back and you would recover like some of your materials. Yeah, depleted uranium fuel cells, that's what they're called. So what do I do with them? There's no recipe that involves them. Or do I have to make one first and then I can recycle it? How long do we have? We got about 20 minutes on some of these. A bit less on others. So about 20 minutes. So that's my deadline. So we need to probably get the rocket ship moving in about 10 minutes. Even if we don't have everything that we need. Why am I holding logistic robots? And I'm holding so many construction robots too. What happened? Why is this the case? Here we go. We definitely don't need that. We definitely don't need that many robots. Okay, well now red circuits are looking not that bad. I mean, there's a large backlog, but the production is still really awful. And it still comes down to copper. I suppose we've exhausted our copper reserves. Correct? Now look at all this juicy copper. What the heck? There is so much copper over here. Where does it all go? I can't even follow these tracks. Where are they going right now? Why does such little copper end up over here? So the copper comes from here. No, the copper's going... No, this is where I'm making my batteries. Okay, so the copper's coming in this way. It goes through here, and half of it gets fed into this system, which makes green circuits. The other half gets fed into this. These copper pieces go back into the feed. What was I thinking when I made this? What's wrong with me? Oh no, because this is from the train. It connects in from the train as well. So it seems like perpetually there's just some copper that just spins around, basically. Sometimes in this game I cook, and sometimes I get cooked. This is one of the times when I'm absolutely getting cooked. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. How are the rockets looking? The rockets are looking pretty good. We got a decent amount of supplies. So I want to fill it up. I want to fill up that rocket. Yeah, we just need to get more copper, I think, is probably the biggest way that I can improve everything. More copper seems like the secret, but I don't know how to... I still don't really understand where all this copper goes, because it looks like it's still. It's not moving. Ah, because I think one of the trains is pulled in, has it? Yeah, one of the trains is pulled in. This train, whenever this train pulls in, we get a massive influx of copper, which temporarily fixes the problem. And so things look good for a while, because it's like, ah, perfect, everything's all according to Keikaku, all that sort of stuff, right? And then the copper flow stops, and everything, like, shuts down. Yeah, but even with the full copper flow, this production is, like, really slow. Like, how often do you make a product? It's 6 seconds of crafting time. At 1.25 speed. So you're completing one in about 5 seconds. And every... What is it? Every 5 products you make an extra product. You like listening to my voice? Thank you. I appreciate that, Zenza. I'm just talking a bunch of nonsense right now. Like, this is just the Kaz... I don't even know what this is. It's not even the Kaz experience, it's just the Kaz brain rot. But I'm glad you like listening to my voice. That means a lot. Makes me happy that people like to listen to these streams. Even if I don't quite understand why. It's a nice feeling, so thank you. You're very kind to say so. Yeah, I don't know why this wall was like this. I could probably get rid of the wall at this point. No, I kind of just like having my wall. It shows... That was at one point... At one point, the wall was like the limit of like my expansion. But now, like, we're far beyond the walls. We've got, like, Brandon Jasper up here. I don't even know what the hell I was doing up here. Look how many resources are here. I'm not using them. What is wrong with me? Look at all this shit. I could be using all this. I'm insane for not using all these materials. You're understanding more than half this stuff, you don't know anything about Factorio. It's okay. I mean, the bottom line is, like, I was thinking about making this joke. I was like, how can I make a funny joke? Insulting myself while uplifting the audience. Like, if you guys might not understand what's going on, you don't have to worry. I have no clue what's going on either. I'm just putting down belt, and I'm hoping that things work. Alrighty, so let's... Why not, says Edifang? Why not? So, like, why do people listen to me? I mean, I guess that's true, why not? Okay. So this is going to be a bit of an effort. Okay, I've kind of put myself in an awkward situation here. But I do appreciate the kind words, so thank you. Okay, and this one can go back a step. We can have another line protruding out like this. Alright. I kind of wish I had mods here. So I know there's mods that let you do this, like, automatically. So basically I'm going to try and get 6 belts going side to side. You don't have to insult yourself, you have a wonderful voice and really good speech pattern or cadence. Ah, thank you. I do talk a lot in my real life job. I'm not going to specify what exactly I do. If you know, you know. But I get a lot of practice talking in my job. So it definitely does help. But thank you. Everybody's so kind. But most of this is just me trying to figure this out too, so... If you're not sure what's going on, don't stress. Like I said, I really don't have a clue either. This is one of my biggest brain plays I've ever made. Look at this. How beautiful is this? Yeah, considering I'm really introverted, I still don't really know why I decided to start streaming. But it's fun. I do enjoy it. Not always easy, but it's for the most part it's really fun. Basically, I just get to play my games, but also get to talk about what I'm doing with people, which is enjoyable. Alrighty. Okay, now we've got a big influx of iron, so I need to figure out how the copper's gonna get in. So that's my next concern. It's my next going concern. Look at these awesome biolabs, man. These are so cool. I don't even know what's going on in there. Hey, Mono, how you doing? Hope you're having an awesome day. A lot of people call me Stinky. I don't know why. Sometimes I wonder, maybe I am Stinky. Cats are stinky? Cats are usually... you know what? I take that back. I was gonna say cats usually aren't that stinky, but I'm like, well... We can be pretty stinky sometimes. You're not? Well, there we go. Most cats, I think, smell pretty good, because they do groom themselves. Most cats smell pretty good. That's my 2 cents, anyway. Yeah, between you and Panda and a few others, there's a lot of people that say I'm stinky. That's okay. I know it's coming from a place of affection. Well, at least I hope it's coming from a place of affection. Then again, I guess here's a question. I don't know how I get on these like, topics. Like, if somebody's making fun of you, but you don't know it, and you just think they're just being nice or whatever, like, does it really matter, I guess? Like, I guess, how important is the person's intentions in that case? You know, I'm probably not making a whole lot of sense, but hear me out. Like, if you believe that they're being kind, or polite, or whatever, does the fact that they're actually trying to upset you, or whatever, does it actually matter? I don't know. It's a very strange... biting each other. It's a very strange, like, thought to have to process. But, like, my thinking is literally just that, like, if you don't know any better, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, I suppose if their intention is to upset you, they'll probably get bored of it eventually, and they'll be like, oh, like, I'm not getting the results that I wanted, I'll just, you know, stop talking to this person. I forgot where I'm trying to get this copper to go. Oh man, this is so messy. Alright. Call me an Argentinian striker, because this shit is messy as frick. Okay, that works. So now I need to get the third line through. The Improvise, a love confession. I haven't done a love confession in a while. I reactivated the redeem because I haven't done it in a while. Give me like a minute. I want to finish off this little project and then I'll come up with something for you random. If I forget, remind me, please. there's like probably a 48% chance that I'll forget. Because I'm gonna get so lost in the source. But I want to connect this this copper up. Okay, I'm gonna do some backwards design here because if I try and do this the front way, I'm gonna lose my mind. I need to do some backwards design. Backwards design is an interesting principle. So backwards design is all about, like, you start at the end goal and you figure out what you need to do to achieve that end goal. As opposed to what most people do, which is they figure out the process, and then they, you know, use the process to determine the output. But backwards design is you use the output to determine the process, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but it's the principle I'm trying to use here. But it helps, you see, because now I've got, like, a sort of an idea where I need to end up. So this can go like this can go like this, yep, and then we just connect the two. Easy. And hey presto, it works, I think. Yes, okay. Well, that should help copper a little bit. I don't know, maybe. This game is on your wishlist, but you don't know if you'd be good at it. It's not really the sort of game that you can be good at or not good at. It's it's just sort of a game. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you can't really get good at this game. It's mostly just a matter of trial and error to a large extent. Figuring things out like slowly, piece by piece, that sort of thing. It's not really like a game that you can win or lose per se. I mean, you can definitely lose, but like, I should have researched this. I don't know why I didn't research this. Pick up Spidertron as well. Alright, we might head back to Gleba for a bit, I think. Alrighty, but yes, the Love Confession. You need to pay the Longing so badly. Oh, the Longing. Is that the game where you're that little shadow guy? And it's like 300 real days or something? I remember I watched a video about that. Isn't Factorio a solved game? It's very easy to get good, just read some spreadsheets. That's true. If you want to just min-max, like, people have they've crunched the numbers. They know all the ratios, they know all that sort of stuff. 400 real days, there you go. I was slightly off. Yeah, you can go online, you can just download blueprints. If you really want. But I think to some extent, it kind of defeats the purpose. Like, I'm not going to judge people for how they play. I mean, for Gleba, I was actually considering using some blueprints. Because I couldn't figure out the planet. In the end, I didn't need them. Because I made it work. It's very scuffed, but it does work. This is the only blueprint I ended up using, and even then, it's just put on the planet. Helpless ratio, because you said ratio. That's very true, I did say ratio. The ratios are very important in this game. I used to remember all the ratios, but I forgot them all. The only one I remember is when you're doing basic steam power at the start, it's 1 boiler to 2 turbines. That's the only ratio that I remember. No, don't apologize. It's a good meme. I love the L plus ratio meme. Don't freaking tell me that we're out of fuel already. Holy crap, we are out of fuel already. What's the problem? We don't have any iron ore. How do we not have any iron ore? Oh, because all the iron's being used to make plates. Yeah, we need to cut this down to 2,000, please. Okay. So we've got plenty of ice. I actually have oversupplied, iron. You read some spreadsheets while trying to learn Minecraft Greg Tech. I might look at some blueprints for ship designs, because I need a better ship design to get to to Aquilo, and I don't know if I can come up with a better one. I might look at the designs and then create my own design based on it, but I might just end up using one. But no worries, Mono. Take care. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night. And I appreciate that you were here. Okay, so I need to be a bit more careful, because apparently I don't have as much iron as I thought. I've completely burned through my iron supply. Alright. Are you not on a planet at the moment? Yes, I'm on a planet right now. But I'm on a different planet than the one that I'm sending the rocket to. Excuse me, I hiccuped. But yeah, random for the love confession. I haven't done a love confession in a while. I normally get right up close to the microphone. Hey, random. I've been watching your streams a lot, and I really enjoy watching your speedruns. And I was just wondering if we could maybe, you know, like, hang out or something. I would really like that. Talk to you soon. There you go. Enjoy. It wasn't really a love confession per se, it's more like an interest confession, but hopefully that was alright. I haven't done one in a while. Like I said, I removed the redeem a while back. Alrighty, what is going on? Whoa, I'm tabbing into different things. Okay. We need to make more of this thruster stuff. Ooh, we're running out of ice. That's no good. Okay, I will go to Fulgora today. I promise you guys. I swear, on my honor as a cat, I will go to Fulgora today. You're gonna learn a speed game soon, like a new game? Because I know you've been playing PvZ and Jack Smith, right? And Bellator, I think, the 3 games I've seen you play. So what's the new game? Split Fiction. Yes, I've seen bits and pieces of that game. It's like, it's not too dissimilar from like It Takes Two and A Way Out and stuff like that, right? Is it by the same people, possibly even? It's by the same people. There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. Because, like, immediately when I saw, like, footage of the game, I was like, oh, this reminds me a lot of that. And there you go. It turns out, indeed, it is the same people. That's cool. I've seen some people have been getting some really, like, quick runs on that game. I can't remember the exact numbers, but I remember seeing somebody got, like, a really fast run. I think they're under, like, 4... Is it 4 hours or something like that? I can't remember. Or is it 1 hour? I don't even remember. PvZ and you aren't getting along? Oh no, what's happening? Is it, like, bad RNG or something like that? Because I remember the last time I watched you stream, I saw, like, a couple times the spots where the zombies spawned was, like, not... You didn't have any, plants there, so it's just unlucky. I think. Because I don't think... They're not fixed, right? Ah, no good runs, yeah. Like, they don't always spawn in, like, the same spots, yeah? I kind of want the overgrowth soil, but I also don't really want to ever go back to that planet if I can help it. I'll queue up fish breeding, because why not? They're not fixed, but they're weighted. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it might be worth taking a break from the game. I know that I find that if there's a, like, if I'm having particular trouble with a game or something like that, like sometimes I'll just take a break from it, I'll play something else. And that tends to work pretty well. Explosive. Sorry, flammable damage. Stronger explosives. I probably want to get stronger explosives because we're going to be using rocket ships, right? As in, like, we're going to put rocket turrets on our ships. Okay, let's research a couple of explosive techs. Spawn zombies that are less likely to spawn where they've spawned recently. Ah, that makes sense. And, like, at least for the story mode, is there, like, love request for use to use. Alright, I can do that. I'll just finish passing this thought. Is there, like, for a particular level, like, let's say level 1, 3, or something like that, is it guaranteed that there's, like, going to be, like, 2 conehead zombies, or is that, like, random too? Like, there's variance with, like, what spawns? I don't know if that made any sense. Like, for each level, is there a set amount of, like, special zombies that will spawn? Or is it like, they'll be between, you know, 3 and 5 coneheads. They'll be between 1 and 4 bucketheads, or something like that. So where they spawn is semi-random, it sounds like. But how about what spawns? It depends on the preview. Oh, so they just show you what's there. But is it, like, roughly similar between, like, runs? So, like, this requires, agricultural. That's interesting. Okay. So, like, on a particular run, you know, if you're doing a particular level and you get 3 coneheads, then on the same level, are you like, is it going to be 3 coneheads again? Or is it like, it could be anything? Wait, Zenza. What should I say for you, Zenza? While we wait for the rocket to fill up this thing. How close are we? 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's send it a bit more. I'll send the rocket back. What are we waiting for? There we go. All right. Sorry, give me a second. Hey, Zen. I get so excited when I see you in chat. I'm always really happy to see you, and you always say such nice things to me. I hope that you'll keep coming by, and maybe even we get to know each other better. I'd really like that. So please don't stop coming by, okay? Talk to you soon. Oh my goodness, the power situation here is terrible. Oh my god, okay, we need to fix this shit. This shit is bad. Alrighty. It's fun doing those. I haven't done those confessions in a long, long time. I'm terrible at them. I'm out of practice, but... I need to work on them. I need more practice. So thank you for the practice. The voice acting practice. I'd like to do some VA work at some stage in my life, but... I don't even... Like, that's the thing. I think I've talked about it before. I wouldn't even know where to begin with getting involved with VA work. Like, I know you have to make, like, a demo reel and stuff like that. But I don't even know where to start. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed those confessions. Like I said, I'm very rusty. I haven't done one in a very long time, but it's fun. Yeah, VA work would be fun. I think another problem is I don't really have the hardware. Like, I've got a pretty good mic, but I don't have, like, a mic arm or anything. So, like, my mic is literally sitting on my desk. Like, slightly to my left. Not that that's relevant. I don't know why I even had to mention, like, that it's to my left. As if that makes it any better or worse. So, like, if I turn to look at chat, you'll probably notice that, like, you can't hear me as clearly, right? Definitely doesn't help. Getting to VA is really hard, yeah. I can appreciate that. I can understand that. Yeah, from the sounds of things, people seem to like my voice. But that doesn't necessarily mean I'd be good at doing voice acting. That just means that people, you know, are happy to listen to me talking for various periods of time. Because there's a big difference between just speaking and voice acting, right? You know, even somebody who has a voice that people like to listen to doesn't mean they'd be good at acting. But I mean, if you guys want to hear, like, the quote-unquote VA stuff that I've done, I wouldn't even count it, really. Just watch any of my, like, YouTube playthroughs of, like, an RPG. Because I usually do some voices for those. And you can hear, like, wow, he has, like, 3 accents that he can do. But I'm trying to prepare, like, myself to take over if any of the Family Guy voice actors die. Are you looking for the message in Discord that explains previews, but it's like one zombie of your kind is something like 10% of the spawns. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm working on my Family Guy impressions right now. My Family Girl impression was funny. Well, I'm glad you think so. Oh my gosh, like, what the hell? What do you mean the solar power is running out? But, like, the sun's, like, infinite. I need to put down more batteries. I think the batteries are the problem. Is this in the Valley Girl voice? Is that, or is this a different voice that you want? Hello, Zuko here. Oh my gosh. Ang, what are you doing, man? Stop fighting me. It's an ATLA quote. I figured that's who Zuko was meant to be, but I wasn't sure if you wanted it in the girl voice or not. How does he sound? He's sort of got like an Americanish kind of accent, right? He's like, hello, Zuko here. He's got like a kind of cool voice, but also like he's like not too tough. Hey, Zuko. Where's the Avatar? Makeup tutorial on how to cover up scars. Is this as the Valley Girl? Or is this a Zuko? Like, you just gotta put some foundation on it. It'll go away in no time. Oh my god. You're such a drama queen. I need to stop doing this voice. Oh, okay. I need to stop doing this voice or I'm gonna start talking like this in real life, and that's gonna be a problem. It would be a big problem if I just turned up at work and started talking like that. There would be many questions raised, and probably I would lose my job. There we go. But who are they to tell me I can't talk like a Valley Girl? How dare they? Yeah, we just need more batteries. We use up so much power during the night. Yeah, see, this is a problem. Like, I could easily use nuclear power to support my power generation, but instead I'm choosing to just fully invest in solar. Like, yes, it's clean energy, but it's not perfect. He says that when he's planning to join Team Avatar. Ah! Boss their fires for this is a bad boss. What? He doesn't know any of the names, just hoping they enjoy. Ah! I got you. So it's one of those like, hey, it's Zuko, and then everyone's just like, okay. Yeah, fair enough, we know. You've been trying to kill us for like the past, like, how many episodes? Ah, shit, some of the stuff's spoiled. That's no good. That's funny. Yeah, I think I've probably mentioned a few times. I've talked about Avatar The Last Airbender, I think, a couple times with you, random. I've never actually sat down and just watched the whole show from start to finish. Like, I used to watch it when I was younger, but, like, the way they played the episodes was so inconsistent. Like, you know, it'd be in the middle of, like, the Book of Earth or whatever, and then they would just start the series again. And it's like, oh, okay. Thanks for that, I guess. Nuclear is some of the cleanest energy ever. That's true. But I'm scared of nuclear power, and not because I'm worried it's going to explode, but because I don't understand how it works in this game. I've tried nuclear power before, and I could never get any decent power output. But, maybe, that just means that this is my time to learn. Am I even making nuclear reactors? I don't think I am. They're expensive. My goodness, look at that. It's tough and... Then it's like, oh, it's episode 1. Exactly. Like, seriously, like, I'm getting into it, you know, stuff's starting to happen, the plot's moving. And they're just like, nah, we'll just start the series again. Nobody was watching. It's like, bruh, I was watching. How dare you? Where's the nuclear reactor? Why do Americans say nuclear? Anybody ever figure that one out? Okay, this is going to be bloody expensive. I'm not going to need a whole ton of these. Let's make 30 reactors. You know what, let's just make 10 reactors. We're not going to need more than 10 nuclear reactors. Surely. God forbid. Yeah, so they were all over the shop. So I don't know what the deal was. Like, whether there was some issues with, like, distribution. Like, they only had access to certain episodes. Or, I don't know. It was the same with, like, back in when I was, like, in primary school, like, late primary school, high school, that sort of thing. They would play, anime sometimes in the mornings. And it was the exact same thing. Like, I'd be getting into it. I'd be watching, I'd be like, yeah, this is cool, I'm enjoying this. And then they would just switch to a different series. It happened for both Naruto and One Piece. Literally, both of those series, they were like, they just stopped showing. I was just like, why? Like, I was actually getting into them. I was like, oh, yeah, this is really interesting. This is cool. And they're just like, nah. Screw you in particular, Kaz. How dare you watch anime? Alright, I think it might be time to go to Fulgora. Let's finish off the science and stuff here, and then we'll head over. So I want to make sure that I'm not wasting any agricultural packs. These are in relatively limited supply. There's no way we research this tech, right? I mean, according to the current pace, it says it's going to be done. But you can see the science per minute is dropping, so some of the machines are starting to drop off. Yeah, these machines back here don't have the science packs anymore. It's not going to finish, there's no way. And that's totally fine. I don't mind if it doesn't finish. Alright, what is actually happening right now? The solar panels are starting to switch off, and we haven't even filled up the accumulator. That's the problem. So the problem is just solar panels. So we've got enough accumulators now. We just don't have enough solar panels. Damn. Damn, really? Oof. Alright, we gotta get solar panel and accumulator production up. Okay, I should make like a blueprint of what I call the flower. But I'm not gonna worry about that. Let's increase the amount that we're requesting. So 100 of each. That should be perfectly fine. Again, 100 of each of these. There we go, easy. Okay, so that should improve our production somewhat. Alright, so we're out of agricultural science. That's totally fine. Alright, the robots are just gonna have to cope with this. I don't think we got enough robots. I think we need more robots. In your dream last night, you're playing a horror game where your character would very often make a joke in their head and laugh themselves. The big evil could detect when you made the joke and would teleport somewhere near you and you had to hide. This is a good hiding place. When it appeared, look straight at you, kill me. You're like, oh, this is why I don't play horror games. That sounds almost like a really interesting idea for a game, I feel like. It's like you're playing as like the protagonist, like a really dumb like horror movie protagonist. I really actually like that idea. That idea is really fun. Okay, we didn't quite make it through the night in terms of power generation, but could be worse. Okay, before we go, I reckon we... Oops, I accidentally took this book out of my blueprint book. Ah, I tried to put the blueprint book inside the blueprint book. Whoops. That's not how that works, silly Kaz. You can't put the blueprint book in the blueprint book. Well, hopefully, with the expanded solar power production, we should be able to fix our generation issues. Okay, let's put down 3 more rows. So that's 1, 2, and 3. One more for good luck, why not? There we go. Alright, sweet. So putting down quite a lot of solar panels. It's going to take a while before they get done, but that's totally fine. You meant every not very. I didn't even notice that you made a typo, so don't stress. I don't usually worry too much about like typos or spelling mistakes or stuff like that. It doesn't really bother me. Sorry. I just realized I had this box still ticked. Oh god. So all my robots are trying to deliver me all the stuff that I just put into those boxes. There's going to be a ton of extra shit just floating around now.